A good one, and I say it, so I'll just get it out of the way now. One of these days, Scott, Shannon, Rainey are going to taste the sweet taste of victory. And as I always say, I'm just really hopeful I'm at that race because that's going to be a fun one.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one. Tears of joy for sure, and that is a hardworking team. Uh, so that was a 150.630. Again, he's improving every lap. I think it's because he's eating his veggies.
There you go.
You know? Yeah.
Oh, that was the joke in the off season with all the frozen diet.
That's right.
They took weight out of it. Yeah. It's good stuff. And we're just so happy to have the Flavor Pack people back on board with our sport this year and back on board with Scott and Shannon. Here comes your boat. Scott and Shannon, looks good. Jamie flying it in some rougher water, being left behind by other boats that have been out here, and he pulls.
He was in a good lane, and yeah, Jamie's a hard competitor, just like J. Michael.
Turned that last one at 148 miles per hour, so he's hanging around the 150 mark. I'm sure they will want to go faster than that. They did a lot of work on this boat over the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I had spoke with the Rainies on a couple of occasions, and they were busy. And you know Scott as well as I do.
Scott doesn't play.
No, Scott doesn't play. And I asked him, I said, did you get some sleep? And he goes, no, we got 2 more weeks until. Good sight. The colorblind guy's looking over there saying, that looks like a lot of black and red over there. That would be the U12, the Graham Trucking and Jeff Bernard that is up the backstretch. This is the first time that boat has been wet since a year ago.
I got to say something here, and maybe I'll say it to him when we get to interview him too, but maybe I'll say it to him when we get to interview him too, but he was holding out on us in Madison. He was like, oh, hey, if we get the boat on the water, I'm not sure if we'll make it. He knew we were going to make it. A lot of hard work from that team getting it together, and they did it right. They really took the sponson off and fixed it the right way.
They really did, and I went down and I was talking about preseason shop tours, and I went down and visited Jeff preseason shop tours. Your point that they felt like they had repaired this boat from just damage and wear and tear. It had been a long time since they did it right, to your point.
Yep.
And they did it right this time. And we all know this boat's fast.
We do. We know it's fast. It looks good out in the water too. It's been. He's just someone who a lot of people call and will ask for advice. So he's kind of one of those quiet mentors that maybe people don't talk about a lot, but I really think a lot of Tom Anderson, and so does the community.
Yeah, I'm really glad you said that because he's kind of he's
here this weekend. So I wonder if that's an extra added pressure or maybe even more motivation for our U91.
I'll call it incentive. He's sure cool under pressure.
He is.
Even though, I know at some point there's those worries. Very cool under pressure. And his dad, Mark Tate, it was fun getting to talk to him at Madison. He really had a wealth of stories to share, and you can tell he's pouring that knowledge into Andrew and Brent, his son, who races outboards, and it's really cool to see that knowledge being passed on. I think that knowledge is working. 165, 258, is that what we heard? And yeah, so very, very solid speeds. He's just picking it up and improving every time. So we're getting a little light. He's floating it. He wants to see if he can get just a little bit more out of it. Can we get a 166 on this? We will see here in a second. But it does sound like he's pulling his foot. So either we got a timing lap coming after this.
And then we'll take an average of either the first and the second lap or the second and the third lap. It has to be an average of 2 consecutive laps. So you can't average 1 and 3. Either take 1 and 2 and 2 and 3. And of course, the Statman has a program that's all put together that'll automatically. Yes, you and I don't have to pull out our abacus and stay here and start
all we heard in
numbers.
Our ear was, So I love that. Yeah, the Statman's on it. You got to give him credit. He's always up in his game, so we sure appreciate that.
3 a.m. and that I'm not kidding. That is always
Pacific time. Oh, okay.
Statman. He came, and here was this guy walked up to me with a T-shirt on. He had a piece of paper pinned on the front of it, said "Stat Boy."
Stat Boy. Okay.
And I got introduced to him, and who's this guy? And then all weekend long, of course, it was San Diego, so we're trying to calculate what the scenarios are for winning the race and for winning the National High Points Driver Team Championship, all this good stuff as Kelly comes across for another hot lap. And we got close to the final heat. He's coming with all these scenarios. If he finishes first and he finishes third through ninth, and on he goes, and he had a.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get down there and check out the H1 Unlimited Hydroplane APBA Gold Cup Racing. The boats seem like they're running pretty fast. Water's calm. And I think they had one boat clock at 197 miles an hour on the backstretch. So make sure you check it out. Like I said, it's right now it's testing. And I do believe tomorrow the race begins. So make sure you check it out on YouTube. If you can't make it personally out there to check out the great racing and the boats. Have a great day. God bless. And we're starting to get some sun here, but there's chances of rain coming. So keep an eye on it. Thank Debbie Fox for stopping in. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. They're running pretty fast today. So anything 200, 250, they're really not pushing it right now because they're just testing to get qualification to see what place, where they stand tomorrow when they line up, what lane they get. So it should be even faster speeds tomorrow, like when you have competition. So we might see 225, 250 with the boat speed tomorrow if the weather holds out and remains calm and cool. I mean, the water looks beautiful out there. It's like glass. And whenever you got calm waters like that, you got very fast boats. Be safe. I'll be back with more content.